Hey, welcome back. This is Sound Signals. I'm your host, Summer, where we help people take back their interest and help them become their own bank. The key to all of this is to pass the knowledge along. Okay, so always up first, we have gold. All right, so gold, we know we want our eventual goal is 3K. Why? Because we see if we can get there, a cup and handle. Okay, so perhaps a cup and handle pattern is perhaps playing out, I believe. That's our bias for now. And so, yeah, so last time we spoke, I said there might be a possible head and shoulders pattern possibly playing out. And we wanted to look in this. So what's new on this chart is this green box. I did mention it on the last video. I had just took it away. I've added it. So this is what I did to add it. So you guys can see what I did. I just added the fib. It's in that 38.61 range like we like. Okay, so just gonna take that fib away, and then this was that mistake that I had made from this here, from this pole to here. Okay, so that was that mistake, but now that it's all over and done with, so what's new? So price did come down just a tad bit lower, and it's in our green buying zone. I did mention that it was going to be possibly a head and shoulders pattern. Okay, let's see if we can get that really quick. There it is. So head and shoulders possibly playing out somewhere in here. Like I said, it can come all the way down here. It could be for us, it's as long as it's in this zone, I like it, you know. So that's possibly what we see might happen. I think I did mention on the last video, I called this support. It's actually resistance. So we had resistance here. I'll show you just really quick. Resistance here, fell. Resistance here, fell. Resistance here, fell. Okay, so when it gets to this area, perhaps again, we'll most likely see some type of, maybe we'll see a rejection again. And maybe it's this head and shoulder pattern might play out a little longer, or we might just see a breakthrough in the upcoming days, because it is early. So it is, because it is Tuesday, and I told you Fridays is normally the day that gold likes to move a lot. So that's the game plan for now. Really, is go down to the lower time frame. So as you can see, it's in our buying zone. We had a couple of entries here. We had a engulf there, and engulf here, engulf there, and so you had multiple chances. I'm just gonna wait a little bit longer, but it looks really good, honestly, because you can see actually this little bit of a W pattern here, and or double bottom, and you know how that usually plays out. And that doesn't always have to play out, but usually, okay. And that's a reversal pattern there. So yes, you can get in, but since sometimes this pair is a little bit volatile on Fridays, sometimes what might happen is, sometimes it might break through, sometimes it won't. If it gets rejected here, it likes to come down a little bit and then take off, okay? So maybe something right about here. But honestly, these are all great entries. I happened to miss them because my alert was just a little bit too low. You see there, the alert that we had put last time. So it was just a little bit too low, as you can see. I'm off a tad. But so that's why I missed this, and I haven't really been paying attention to gold because I've been into crypto, honestly. I've been paying attention to my long-term holdings, so that's why I haven't really paid attention to gold. But I knew I should have put more alerts in my areas, but I just didn't. I just put that one, but it's okay. So because this is still good. This is still this is still a good entry. We're just waiting. Like I said, it's still early. It's Tuesday. We have about 2 more days to see what's going to happen. Okay, so that's what I would do. That's just me personally. Honestly, if I didn't have misses, I would definitely get in. But I did, so now I just have to wait. All right. Okay, so what's going on with Bitcoin? So, like we said, Bitcoin finally hit that area that we liked in our green zone. This was the first time here. I didn't have it on my chart the first time. I mean, well, we've been having this on our chart, but what I'm saying is I didn't speak about it the last couple of videos before the last, I should say, because I already knew what area we were looking for, and I just never moved it on my charts because I wanted my charts to be clean for you all. But now that we're here, so I moved it up, obviously. Honestly, we can move this over just a tad. Let me see where we're at. It's just a little bit over, right about there. Okay. Yeah, let me fix my box as well. Really quick. Okay. Anyways, as you can see though, it hit our zone. My alert went off. Yes, it did. So we see an engulf here. It's actually really looking really good. So, like I said, these are the zones that we wanted to buy in. I'm glad it just came back again, which I was expecting, and so that was a good entry. I don't have my long-term ones on here. That's why sometimes when I say entry, you know, sometimes you'll see me have this. It's because this is when I'm in a short trade. My long-term, I don't need that because it's long-term, and so those are my long-term portfolios. But that's what I mean when I say entry. But if I were to enter this, yeah, this would have been a great entry. We would have already been up at least $300 there on the lowest lot size. If you were using the lowest lot size, you would have been up 300 at least. But besides the point, looks really well. It hit our zone. This is what we're looking for. Obviously, we're doing baby steps. Here we're looking here, and then we're gonna just keep going to the next level, okay? Because like I said, this was a prime zone to sell because it came back and finally said, "Hey, I miss you." Finally retested. Finally came back into really see if this was going to be resistance or not. Okay. And then down here, we were really seeing if this was going to be held as support. So we were trying to see if this was going to be real resistance, and we were going to see if this was going to be real support. And so far, they both played out. Okay. Now that the cautionary is out, right? We're not as cautious anymore. We just have to see how it reacts here and here. Like I said, it can still come up here and still get rejected, right? But since all these other altcoins are making all-time highs, and like I said, once we go to the Ethereum chart, Ethereum chart has not made a lower low or anything. So, or should I say, it hasn't broken structure. So, it gives me confidence that yes, I'm still bullish on this chart here. So that means that even if we do hit these levels and we get some type of rejection, I think it'll be temporary because of how strong the crypto market is right now. Okay, so I just want to mention that. But nonetheless, this is what we were looking at. You can see how it's been playing out. Hit our zones, looking good. Ethereum, check it out. So obviously the same thing. Let's move it over. There we go. Sorry, just a tad bit over. Okay, and then let's move our green box. And as you can see, it hit the alert as well here. It's looking good. This is what you want to see. You want to see it in our buying zone. Honestly, it can still go lower. It really can. So same as the before the Bitcoin chart, it can still go lower. Um, you know, but regardless if it goes lower or not, this is our buying zone. Okay, we don't want to go to see it go any much lower than that, really. If we're being quite honest. Um, but it looks good. See how the moving averages are lining up. This orange and blue line, it's looking great. It's holding above. Like I'm saying, like I've been saying, this is a really good chart that we've been paying attention to. Ethereum's really been showing off and really giving us a lot of confidence throughout all the cryptos. Okay, to say that yes, we're still in this bull run. So, like I said, so it's the same thing. Um, in that zone, looking for the next leg up, and that's it. We just take it one day at a time. And then XRP, I mean, honestly, what can I say? It's been doing the same. So a little bit XRP did go a little bit deeper, which is wonderful. But it hasn't got any more deeper than that. I was expecting maybe a little bit deeper drop, somewhere something similar to this over here. So, you see how it came all the way down, and then you see how these other candlesticks came. I mean, see, maybe this get this out the way. These other candlesticks came, and if it nearly touched, almost, um, not much, but it did, almost, almost, almost. Okay, so that's what I was expecting here. Just so that's what I was, hoping maybe it come down to this 96 cents level. Um, but nonetheless, if it doesn't, hey, it hit our zone, right? It hit our buying zone. I mean, it looks good, looks great, and it's the same thing. Just watching that next leg up, and I do believe that for XRP we will be hitting this $4 pretty soon around here. That's my long-term goal. So if you get, if somebody wants a price prediction, there you go. I mentioned that last video, so that's nothing new. But nonetheless, like I said, just one day at a time. So here $1.63, and then move it up to $1.94. Once that SEC case is over, then and we get a good outcome. Obviously, the price is going to explode. But even if we don't win, of course the price will tumble. But I think eventually XRP will. It's a survivor. For me, I think it's a survivor, and so much is going around crypto with regulations. The SEC came after Coinbase now, so that's another. They're trying to get regulation onto crypto, and if you're into more centralized cryptos, I know it's taboo, but it gives you kind of a balanced portfolio, as well as they don't have to worry as much when regulation does come because they're already set, right? So unlike other cryptos who are decentralized, and when regulation does come, because it will, if you're in the United States, how we like to roll. And so yeah, it will come, and we'll just have to see which coins and tokens will survive. And I think the ones that, for me, I believe that the ones that are a little bit more centralized will have a fair chance. Okay, I'm not saying Bitcoin and Ethereum can't, but they can. Okay, I'm just saying the ones that are already centralized have a just stronger chance. That's all. But to continue, this is it. We're in that good zone. So, but like I said, I would like to see XRP coming down a little lower. Really, really filling this wick here. If it doesn't, hey, I've been buying along the way anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But if I can get even cheaper, that's, you know, better for me. Obviously, I'll be averaging down, and that's just how you want to do it. Okay. Ethereum versus Bitcoin. So what's new on this chart? Oops, let me go down to the 4 hour. Sorry. So I've added this. What was it? This parallel channel here. So it's just almost like obviously like a bull flag. And then I added these trend lines, which looks like a triangle. So let me delete those. So last time we came to this chart, it looked just like this, right? And then I added this flag here, our parallel channel. You see that's working out pretty evenly good. And then we have then our trend lines. So the reason why I have my trend lines there as well, because it just gives me a better view sometimes for entries as well as stop loss. I like tight stop losses, so the tighter the better for me, right? Because the less I'm risking. And now that I can see this type of triangle pattern playing out, and that means that, you know, I could place my stop loss somewhere, you know, around here versus where the flag would be down here. Okay, so let me show you what I'm saying, what I'm talking about. So if I wanted to I knew I want to get in around here, right, for a triangle pattern, and then my TP would be obviously up there. Okay, so my stop loss, if I was just focusing on this flag pattern, then my stop loss would be beneath the flag. Okay, something like that, right? But if I was focusing on this triangle pattern where this red trend line is, then my stop loss would be somewhere, you know, around here. See how much better that looks versus, see that versus that. Okay, what entry would you rather, you know, what you rather enter on this versus this? This just gives you more cushion. But if it goes against you and hits your stop loss, then obviously you lost more. But if you were in this one, and the triangle pattern played out, then, you know, you're risking a lot less. And if you were to hit it and say it was a fake out to the downside, and then it reverse back to the upside, then your loss was a very small and you can enter again. Okay, so that's why I like tighter stop losses. That's just me personally, you know. Either one works, honestly. Okay, so that's that. And honestly, yeah, I've entered here. Obviously, I don't have my my long position here because I don't want to get too confusing with this long position. Okay, because I'm still in this one. You see, it came down, but it still had a lot of room to grow. And clearly you can see where it's at now. So we're gonna scoot this over. That's why I haven't. But I mean, I can't show you on my phone, but I know I've entered around like the 72. Let me check. Yeah, 72, 75, 72, 12. So I'm in those areas. Okay. And obviously I'm still in this down here with my 66. But and then we can move. Honestly, we don't need this green box, our green buying zone, but you can see that it's playing out in our zone, right? That's all we really want. And that's all I'm here to show you, honestly. That there it is, okay? So this is our buying zone. Obviously it's in it. And you see how the reason why I've entered is because you see on the 4 hour there, we had made this, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. Like, but obviously it's gone down. Obviously I'm in the red now, but I'm not worried because like I said, it's everything is holding true, and this is my buying zone. So, you know, even if it does come down here, like I said, this is where my stop loss is. It's okay. I'll get in again when I see a confirmation, obviously. Or I can get in again here. Watch, I'll show you. So if I were just to look at this triangle pattern, just the red, okay? So this triangle pattern, we would want a breakout, right, to the upside, then a retest, and then, okay, then, you know, off to the races. But so this will be our entry right around here, okay? Now, and it's the same. Even if I were, now if you were just to look at this flag, right? What's a flag? Flag, we would want a breakout, a retest near the flag, okay? And it's the same thing. So you have to find whatever works for you. I like multiple patterns, and I like to use the fibs, and you know, I love the flag, and this just gives me, like I told you, these are just confluences, meaning two or more things are happening at once. Okay, so two or more things happening at once. That's a greater bias towards your towards your to your forecast. Okay, but anyways, I don't want to make this video too long. So there it is. You see what's going on. So there's Ethereum versus Bitcoin. Great buy. XRP. Still, long term is I believe is a great buy. Short term, I don't see anything yet. Short term, you know, because this can be. So let me show you a potential downside. So this is more of a rectangle there. Okay. So let me change the color to the red really quick. And so this can be considered a bear flag. So if this was to play out, obviously, then there it is. Okay. So you can see how that would overshoot to the downside and a little bit out of our buying zone. Okay. Doesn't mean that just because that if this happens doesn't mean, you know, oh, we're in a bear market. No. It just means that it came down here, but it can quickly reverse. It could be, this could be a wick for all we know. We don't know, but also it hasn't happened yet. But I'm just letting you know what can possibly happen. That's why I haven't entered short term for XRP, just because I don't see anything. Like I don't see any good confirmation. Yeah, it's in my buying zone, but even if it's in my buying zone, look, do you see any type of engulf? No, besides like this little one on top, right? So for me, I wouldn't mess with it. Long term, oh yeah, I'm messing with it. But anyways, okay, so that's XRP, Ethereum, the same thing. And Bitcoin could do the same thing. Just because it's looking well doesn't mean it can still come down here, you know. And like I said, if the deeper it goes, honestly, it's like a trampoline. The deeper it goes, you know, the deeper the trampoline goes, boom, you know, it's gonna bounce really high. Okay, so there you go. There you have it. This is the game plan, and yeah. So if you're new to the channel, definitely give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that notification bell to get notified. If you are a subscriber to this channel, big shout out to you, and we appreciate your support here at Sound Signals. And the key to all of this is to pass the knowledge along. That's it for me, and I'll see you guys next time.